Good morning, boys and girls. Today we will be learning about George Washington Carver. He was a Georgia resident who was famous for actually inventing peanut butter. So I want you to click on this link over here and watch a short video about him. Now that you've watched that video, you should have learned a couple of fun facts about George Washington Carver. First of all, he was an African American inventor, he was a writer, he was an educator, which means that he taught people, and he was a botanist, somebody who was very interested in plants and their plant lives. And he's best known for his discoveries on the uses for peanuts, as you probably saw in the video. He was born in the state of Missouri in 1864. So I want you to ask yourself these couple of questions. 1, who was George Washington Carver? Well, we just answered that, didn't we? He was an inventor, a writer, an educator, and a botanist. What important things did you learn about his life? Well, we did learn that he found some pretty interesting ways to use peanuts. And how do you feel like he contributed to our world? Next, I want you to click on this link where the yellow is again, and this is a little video about character traits. I want you to listen to the different kinds of character traits that there are. Maybe it's brave, maybe it's smart, maybe it's courageous. There's lots of different character traits. So I want you to watch this video, and then as it's going and as it finishes up, I want you to think about what character traits you think that George Washington Carver has. Some of the traits that George Washington Carver showed, and what he was determined. He showed that he had a lot of honesty in people and that he was honest with people. He showed perseverance, which meant that he never gave up. He was courageous, he had courage, and he was very smart. Next, I want you to think about how does our life compare and contrast to that of George Washington Carver's life. I want you to think about the homes that we live in, the way that we communicate, transportation, meaning how we get around, our hobbies, our food that we eat, maybe the clothes that we wear, and then our rights and our freedom. Are they the same or are they different? So again, how would you compare your life to George Washington Carver's life? The first question asks you, how was George Washington Carver's everyday life similar to your life? And you will put those here in the middle. The next you'll answer is, how was his life different than yours? So however they're different, you can put Carver's life over here, and you can put your life over here. And then the last question I want you to ask yourself is, what can you learn and use from the lessons that George Washington Carver taught us?